Hey there! In this video, we're going to look at several of the add date column transformations available to you in Power Query. So we are currently in simple toolbar transformations.xlsx. We're in the dates sheet, and here's our data. So we're going to click on it, go to the Power Query tab, and go to Get Data from Table to load this data. Okay, this will work with both date time data and date data. Right now we've got date time. We're going to convert it to date because if you'll notice, all of these occur at midnight. So we're only really interested in the date part. So we're going to change the type. I'm sorry, I did that a little fast. Right click on the column, go to change type, and change it from date time to just date. We're only looking at the date. Okay, so all of these transformations can be found by clicking on the column that's a date or a date time column, coming over here to add column, and clicking on this date downward arrow. So the first one I'm going to do is, right now you can see all these dates here. Let's go to the year. And let's click on year. So we're going to add a column that has the year. So here, it's going to look at this column, and it's going to take just the year part from it. So for all these all happen in 2014. And if you'll notice, this date happens in 2015. So we've got 2015 for all of these. Okay, let's undo that one. That's a pretty easy one. We've also got, click on the column, come over to date, year, start of the year. So here what we do is it takes this date, and it finds the first day of the equivalent year. So since this happens in 2014, all the ones that happen in 2014, like those, we get the first day of 2014, January 1st, 2014. All the ones that happen in 2015, we get the first day of 2015. Okay, pretty useful. Remove that. Click here. We can also do year, the end of the year. So rather than getting January 1st, 2013, we get December 31st, 2014. So for all the ones that are 2014, we get the 31st on 2014. For all the dates that occurred here in 2015, we get the 31st in 2015. We get the end of the equivalent year. Okay, remove that. Also, we've got the month. Similarly, as you might have guessed, you get the month of year number. That works pretty well. Click there. You've got the start of the month, the end of the month. You've also got the number of days in the month. So I'll just go ahead and throw them all on there just so you can see them. Start of the month is the first of the month, kind of like the year. The end of the month is the end of the month, just like the year. So we get the 31st and the 28th, because this month only has 28 days in it. We can also get the number of days in the month, another thing that can be kind of helpful. Okay, so those are all fairly obvious and easy to work with. Let's go ahead and remove those steps. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go to date. We can also get the day of the month. So this happened on the 15th, so we get 15. This happened on the 6th, so we get 6th. Okay, that works pretty well. Click. We can also get the day of the week, whether it happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that kind of deal. Okay. We can also get, let's see, the day of the year. How many days since January 1st? Or I should say January 0th. So January 1st would be 1, and January 2nd would be 2. And I guess December 31st would be 365, unless it's a leap year, and then it'd be 366. Okay, also kind of cool. Click on that. Start of the day, end of the day, that only really makes sense for date-time calculations, so we're going to ignore that here. If we go to quarter, this is just like month. We can get which quarter of the year it is, so we can see which quarter it happened in. We can also get the start and the end of each quarter. I'm just going to do, what the heck, I'll do them both, just so you can see it. Quarter, end of the quarter. Keep in mind this is a calendar quarter, not a fiscal quarter. So if you have a special fiscal calendar, you're going to need to make some adjustments here. But here we can see for each one of these dates, we have the equivalent start of that quarter and the equivalent end of that quarter. Okay, remove those guys. Click on that. We've also got the the week of the year, which can be kind of useful. So I'm going to click on that. This is the number of weeks since the beginning of the year, basically. Okay, and we've also got, if we head down here to week, we've got the week of the month, which is what you'd expect. We've also got the start of the week and the end of the week. And I can't remember if this starts on Mondays or not, but I think it starts on Mondays. The other one that is kind of useful is the age. And if you click on this, it might be a little confusing at first because you get something that looks a little strange. This is a duration data type, which we haven't worked with before. But the way to read this is, so right now it's September 6th, 2015. This is the number of days, hours, minutes, and seconds that have passed from 3/15/2014 to right now, the day that this query is run, which is to say midnight on September 6th, 2015. So it's been 540 days since this one. It's been 54 days since this date right here. And since these are negative, this date occurs 40 years in the future from today. Okay, also pretty useful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. I do hope that was helpful. I will see you next video. Hi there, another little postscript. So every single transformation that we did right now, where we did all the stuff from here, add columns. So like if we wanted to, for example, add the month. Right now we're doing it as an add column operation, where we take the initial column, we add a new column that has just the month. We can also, every single transformation we've done before, we can also do the same things by going over here to transform and date. And we've got the same options here, but rather than adding a new column, it modifies the existing column. So right now, where we've got all these dates, if I click on date, if I go to transform, date, month, and month, it'll transform it to the month number. I don't use that as often, but it is an option available to you. So there you go. All right, I hope that was helpful. I will see you next video.